The streets of Monaco don't react to noise, they react to presence. Every night, supercars arrive here. Engines whisper, lights reflect off marble sidewalks, and most people pass unnoticed. But sometimes, very rarely, the entire atmosphere changes. Conversations slow, heads turn, and without a single word spoken, everyone understands. She has arrived. This isn't about speed, it isn't about price tags or horsepower. In Monaco, true power is quiet, and the women you're about to see know exactly how to use it. These are not influencers chasing attention. They don't rush, they don't pose. They step out of their cars with a confidence that feels effortless, as if the city itself was expecting them. For just a few seconds, the rhythm of Monaco bends around their arrival, and that's what makes these moments unforgettable. Tonight, we're revealing the queens of supercars, the best ladies' arrivals that define Monaco's most exclusive lifestyle. Each entrance tells a story, each pause carries meaning, and each detail separates true luxury from simple display. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and support the channel, because this is where we uncover the world inside the billionaires, the side most people never get to see. And stay with us, because the final arrival in this video is the one even Monaco never forgets. Before anyone notices the car, they notice the pause. A slight hesitation in movement, a shift in attention, something invisible but undeniable entering the space. That's because in this city, how you arrive matters more than what you drive. These women understand that perfectly. Their arrivals are never rushed. The car slows earlier than expected. The engine settles into silence with intention. Doors open smoothly, not wide, not dramatic, just enough. Every movement feels measured, as if rehearsed without ever looking rehearsed at all. This isn't performance, it's control. Arrival, in Monaco, is a language, and these women speak it fluently. They don't step out as guests. They step out as if the street already belongs to them. Their posture is upright but relaxed. Their eyes don't scan the crowd, they move forward. The message is subtle but unmistakable. Nothing here surprises me. And that confidence instantly changes the energy around them. People sense it. Valets straighten. Conversations soften. Phones lower. Not because they were told to, but because arrival, done correctly, commands respect without demanding it. What makes these moments powerful is that they're fleeting. There's no lingering, no turning back for a second look. The car is simply a gateway, used briefly, then forgotten. The focus shifts entirely to presence, to the woman who has already moved on before anyone fully processes what just happened. In Monaco, wealth is common. Cars are everywhere, but intentional arrival is rare. That's why these women stand out. They understand that power isn't about being seen, it's about being felt. And the feeling they leave behind is calm, certain, and unforgettable. You may think arrival ends once the door closes and they walk away. But in Monaco, that's when its true effect begins. Because just moments later, another arrival follows, one that proves power doesn't always enter quietly. Sometimes it reshapes the entire street without ever raising its voice. In Monaco, confidence doesn't announce itself. It arrives quietly, and that's exactly why everyone notices. You'll never hear these women coming from a block away. Their cars glide in without urgency, engines settling into silence as if they already belong there. No sudden movements, no searching eyes. Just a calm, measured step out onto the pavement, as though time itself has slowed to match their pace. This is quiet confidence, the rarest kind. What separates these arrivals from all the others isn't fashion alone or the car beneath them. It's the absence of effort. Their posture is relaxed. Their movements are precise but unhurried. They don't look around to see who's watching, because they already know. In Monaco, that certainty speaks louder than any display ever could. You'll notice something else too. People don't rush toward them. They don't interrupt. The space around these women naturally opens, creating a subtle circle of respect. Staff pause without being told. Passers-by slow their steps. It's not forced, it's instinctive. This kind of confidence can't be learned overnight. It comes from years of being in rooms where decisions are made quietly, far from cameras. It comes from knowing that nothing needs to be proven in public. These women don't chase attention. They allow attention to come to them. And that's the real luxury of Monaco. In a city filled with wealth, loud confidence blends into the background. Quiet confidence stands apart. It's felt in the way a door closes softly behind them, in how they walk without looking back, in how the moment lingers even after they've moved on. You may not remember the exact car. You may forget the color, the model, the details, but you remember the feeling their arrival left behind. And just when you think you've understood what quiet confidence looks like in Monaco, the next arrival shifts the balance entirely, revealing a presence that doesn't just command space, but redefines it. There's a moment, almost imperceptible, when the rhythm changes. Footsteps slow, conversations soften, even the sound of traffic seems to pull back slightly. No announcement is made, yet everyone understands something important has just happened. This is what separates ordinary arrivals from powerful ones. When these women arrive, the street responds instinctively. Valets adjust their stance without being asked. Security shifts position subtly, not out of concern, but recognition. Pedestrians pause mid-step, unsure why they suddenly feel the need to look up. Monaco doesn't react like this for cars. It reacts for presence. What's remarkable is how natural it feels. No gestures are exchanged. No instructions are given. The space simply rearranges itself. A clear path opens. Distance is respected. Time stretches just enough to acknowledge the moment, then snaps back into motion once she's gone. This unspoken awareness comes from years of pattern recognition. Monaco has seen everything. Celebrities, royalty, wealth beyond imagination. It doesn't respond to novelty, it responds to authority, and authority announces itself not through noise, but through certainty. These women don't test the space, they assume it. They walk forward knowing the street will adjust because it always does. Their confidence doesn't challenge the environment, it aligns with it. And that's why the reaction feels effortless rather than forced. You'll notice something else. No one rushes to capture the moment. Phones stay lowered, cameras hesitate. There's an understanding that some arrivals aren't meant to be documented. They're meant to be witnessed. The memory holds more value than the image. In Monaco, the street is the final judge. And when it responds like this, it's offering a rare form of approval. By the time the moment passes, everything returns to normal. Conversations resume. Footsteps quicken. The city moves on as if nothing happened. But those who felt it know better. Because the next arrival doesn't just earn recognition from the street, it challenges its balance entirely, leaving even Monaco unsure how to respond. When these women arrive, nothing is accidental. The color of the car, the cut of the outfit, the subtle shine of accessories, everything moves as one. Fashion here isn't about standing out. It's about alignment. When horsepower meets elegance, the result feels effortless, almost inevitable. You'll notice how carefully balanced it all is. Nothing is excessive, no loud patterns, no forced trends. The silhouettes are clean, timeless, and intentional. Heels touch the pavement lightly. Fabrics move with control, not drama. Even the way a jacket settles after stepping out of the car feels deliberate, as if it was designed for that exact moment. The car becomes an extension of personal style, not a centerpiece. A deep, neutral tone mirrors tailored lines. A softer palette reflects confidence rather than attention-seeking. These women understand that in Monaco, true luxury whispers through detail. It doesn't compete, it complements. What makes these arrivals striking is how naturally fashion and motion merge. The door opens, she steps out. The car fades into the background, doing its job quietly. All focus shifts to presence, proportion, and composure. The horsepower brought her here, but elegance completes the arrival. And that's why these moments linger. Even after she walks away, people remember the harmony. Not just what she wore, not just what she drove, but how perfectly everything fit together in that brief transition from street to sidewalk. This is fashion with restraint, power with refinement, confidence without performance. In a city where excess is everywhere, restraint becomes the ultimate signature. And just when you think you've seen how perfectly style and power can coexist, the next arrival proves that sometimes the most powerful statement is made by choosing not to impress at all. When these women step out of their cars, there's no rush for attention, no glance toward a lens, no pause for validation. Their phones stay untouched and their focus stays forward. They don't document the moment because they don't need to. This is where true separation begins. In a world trained to capture everything, choosing not to be recorded becomes a statement of its own. These women understand that some forms of power lose value the moment they're shared. Privacy in Monaco isn't an absence, it's a privilege. You'll notice how the moment unfolds without spectacle. The arrival happens, the door closes, she moves on. And yet, the memory of it feels stronger than any photo ever could. That's because nothing was staged, nothing was framed. The moment existed only for those who were present. Even the crowd understands this instinctively. Phones hesitate, cameras lower. There's an unspoken agreement that this isn't something to capture, it's something to respect. The absence of documentation becomes part of the elegance. These women don't chase visibility. Visibility follows them quietly. Their influence isn't measured in views or likes, but in how space responds when they enter it. The fewer traces they leave behind, the more powerful the impression becomes. In Monaco, attention is easy to buy, discretion is not. And that's why these arrivals linger long after they're over. People remember the feeling, not the footage. The confidence, not the filter. The presence, not the post. You might never see these moments trending. You might never find them tagged or shared. But those who witness them know they saw something rare. It happens just after the engine goes silent. The door closes with a soft, final sound. For a brief second, nothing moves. No footsteps, no voices, no distractions. The city holds its breath without realizing why. This is the pause moment, and it's never accidental. These women don't rush through it. They allow it to exist. One measured step forward. A calm adjustment of posture. A moment of stillness that feels heavier than any display of speed or wealth. In that silence, everything else fades. The pause does something remarkable. It pulls attention inward rather than outward. People become aware of the space they're standing in, the distance between themselves and her, the subtle shift in atmosphere. It's not about being watched, it's about being felt. The absence of movement becomes the loudest signal in the scene. In Monaco, where motion is constant, stillness stands out. This moment doesn't last long. It doesn't need to. A second too much would feel forced. A second too little would go unnoticed. These women know exactly when to move again, when to let the city exhale. And when they do, the rhythm returns, slightly altered. Footsteps resume, conversations restart. But something remains different. The memory of that pause stays with everyone who witnessed it, even if they can't explain why. That's the power of restraint. You'll rarely see this moment captured on camera because it exists between frames. It's felt more than seen, and once it passes, it can never be recreated. Yet, the most intriguing part is what comes next. They aren't introduced, their names aren't announced, and yet their presence carries weight the moment they arrive. These women don't belong to headlines or trending lists. They belong to a different world, one where influence operates quietly, far from public attention. You won't see them looking around to check reactions, they already know the reaction will come. Unlike influencers or celebrities, their value isn't tied to visibility. There's no performance, no audience to please. Their confidence comes from familiarity, being exactly where they're meant to be. The street doesn't surprise them. The attention doesn't impress them. And that's what makes their arrivals feel so controlled. They don't slow down for effect. They don't speed up to escape notice. Their pace stays constant, unaffected by who might be watching. It sends a clear signal. This moment is routine for me. And routine, at this level, is the ultimate indicator of status. People sense it immediately. There's no rush to engage, no attempt to interrupt. The respect comes from distance, not closeness. In Monaco, being left alone is often the highest form of acknowledgement, and these women receive it effortlessly. They don't need to be known by many. They're known by the right few. That distinction changes everything. It's why their arrivals feel grounded rather than performative. Why nothing about them feels borrowed or temporary. Their presence is rooted, stable, and unquestioned. You may never hear their names, you may never see them again, but you remember how certain everything felt when they passed. Because in Monaco, celebrity fades quickly. What lasts is authority. The final arrival never announces itself. There's no build-up, no change in volume, no signal that something different is about to happen. And yet, the moment she enters the street, everything shifts in a way that feels unmistakable. This arrival isn't about elegance alone, it's about certainty. The car moves with calm precision, as if the road already belongs to it. It stops exactly where it should, no adjustment, no hesitation. The engine fades into silence, and for a brief second, the city feels smaller, more focused, as though everything else has been pushed to the edges. When she steps out, nothing is rushed. Her movements are minimal, efficient, and assured. There's no checking surroundings, no acknowledgement of attention. She doesn't need to look around to understand what's happening. The street has already aligned itself. This is what separates presence from dominance. People don't pause out of curiosity, they pause out of instinct. Conversations don't fade slowly, they end. Even those who've seen everything Monaco has to offer feel the difference, even if they can't explain it. There's no spectacle here, no detail begging to be noticed. The power comes from restraint taken to its highest level, from knowing that the moment doesn't need embellishment to be remembered. And then, just as quietly as it began, it ends. She walks forward. The door closes behind her. The car remains suddenly irrelevant. The street resumes its rhythm, but something fundamental has changed. Those who witnessed it carry the weight of the moment with them, long after she's gone. This is the kind of arrival Monaco remembers, not because it demanded attention, but because it didn't need to. And as the night continues, one thought lingers in the air. Some queens don't wear crowns. They arrive, and the city understands. Monaco has many supercars. It has endless luxury. But as you've seen, true power here isn't defined by speed, price, or noise. It's defined by presence. The women in this video didn't need attention to prove anything. Their arrivals spoke through silence, timing, and control. In a city where excess is common, restraint became their signature. And that's what separates moments that are seen from moments that are remembered. These weren't just arrivals, they were statements. Statements. That power can be calm, that confidence doesn't rush, and that the most influential people often move without explanation. This is the side of Monaco most never notice. The quiet hierarchy, the unspoken respect, the way the city itself reacts to certain individuals without being told. Once you understand this, you never watch Monaco the same way again. If you enjoyed stepping into this world, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here on Inside the Billionaires, we don't chase noise. We reveal what lies beneath it. And stay close, because the next journey takes us even deeper into the lives of those who never need to announce who they are. Yet somehow, everyone already knows.